Number 8, Pork Grind. Now, Pork Grind is basically the evil symbiote-bonded version of Spider-Ham. Think of him as the Venom version of Spider-Ham, straight up. He comes from Earth 88311. He's got that full Toon Force thing going on. Cartoon strength, stretchy powers, oversized muscles, sharp teeth, claws, the whole package. He's usually an antagonist, but yeah, there are times where he's been on the heroic side too. Very cartoony, very exaggerated, very goofy. Now here's the thing. We already have Spider-Ham in Marvel Contest of Champions. So because of that, I don't really see Pork Grind pulling enough votes right now to win this. That said, and this is important, even if he doesn't win, I genuinely think he'll eventually come to the game anyway. We've seen this happen before with previous Summoner's Choice events. A lot of characters who didn't win the vote still ended up getting released later on. So, yeah, Pork Grind showing up at some point, I'd say that's almost guaranteed. If you're someone who really enjoys cartoony, Toon Force characters, then sure, this might be your pick. But for me, that's why he's sitting at number 8.
We are the bigger animal! We are not amused.
Easy. Bomb. When something's a bomb, it's terrible. When it's oh my gosh, bomb!
Next one is already I'm seeing as a fan favorite is Pork Rind. He's an interesting character, I'll say that, because when he's first introduced in the What If comic, he's introduced as a dark version of Spider-Ham that's basically hired to mess with Spider-Ham. He's like from university. He's Austrian from Europe. He's got a thick Arnold accent, and he's basically hired to basically mess with Spider-Ham. And he's like very cartoony. Like the original comic is super cartoony. Cartoony big bad villain. Later they rank, like, he obviously wears a black suit with a white with the white spider logo like Venom. In fact, a symbiote was in Spider-Ham's universe a couple years before his comic, so everyone assumed he had the symbiote, but it wasn't until years later that they did retcon it or confirm it that he was a Venom. But Tyler, Vincent specifically said, hey, we're looking at like the cartoon original version. We're looking like, think Spider-Ham, not Venom, I guess I should say, because like they really want to go the cartoony route. And I think that's, look how fun Spider-Ham is with the big hammers, the whack, the onomatopoeias, all that fun jazz, and just think about a villain version of it. And of course with a thick, Austrian Arnold, Terminator references. So yeah, just, I think like with this character, just a fun cartoony character is what they're looking for.
Okay, so let's talk about Pork Rind next. The goat, the god. This guy looks incredible. Like, look at this dude, bro. Oh my god, he looks freaking sweet. He's like Spider-Ham is a pig. This guy, he's a hog, He's got the tusks. He a hog, bruh. I want him. I want this guy in game. Looks freaking awesome, man. So let's read a little bit about him. So he's a symbiote bonded version of Spider-Ham. From Marvel's Larval Earth, an evil doppelganger hired to fight Spider-Ham, but later joining him. He's essentially a pig with Venom-like power, super strength, wall crawling, danger sense from the symbiote appearing in the comics. So a pig from Earth 8311, bonded with the symbiotes, venomous version of Spider-Ham, a black-banged, elongated jaw version of Spider-Ham, often with symbiote tendrils and claws, gains symbiote abilities like enhanced strength, speed, ability, durability, wall crawling, and a danger sense. Created as Spider-Ham's dark counterpart, he fought Spider-Ham but eventually became part of the Spider family. We love to see it. We love to see the Venoms joining the crew. Yeah, dude. And, the other great thing, like, some people were saying, Legacy, we already have enough Spider-Man characters. And it's like, no, we don't, first of all. Second of all, this is not a Spider-Man character. This is a Spider-Ham character. And in the Spider-Ham universe, we only have one champion in game. And that's Spider-Ham himself. So we need to expand his universe, bro. We need to get Pork Rind in the game. Like, we gotta do it. But who's with me? I know I'm not alone. I can't be the only one who wants this behemoth in the game, dude. Oh, he looks so freaking good. This version also looks pretty sick. I like that too. But this one, just, man, love it.
So one of those very out there characters from the Aniverse, I think it is the sort of Venom, sort of not. This is Pork Rind. This is the arch nemesis of Spider-Ham. So it kind of makes sense to expand things into different areas. And this is what I think Kabam are trying to do. They're trying to expand into going, okay, well, if we add in Pork Rind in the future, we could add in more Aniverse-based characters. If we add in this character from What If, then we'll create more What If-based characters. If we add in this character from Age of Apocalypse, then we'll add in more. Now, that's just a working theory that I have, but at least that starts Kabam on this journey. There's some characters I think, like, why do you want to do that? There's also more Spider-Verse connection-based characters, which I don't like so much. Based on Marvel Database or fandom or whatever it is, and take all these with a pinch of salt, Pork Rind learned a number of useful skills at Toon U, including fighting like a toon and the sport of pig bashing, which consists of pressing humanoid pigs with a mace. So, yeah, I'm hoping to have an interview with the creator of this particular character, and I think it'd be good to kind of ask some more like things. Of course, everybody's interested why he looks why he's got like the Venom based kind of uniform. Well, yeah, his uniform never behaves in the characteristics of the way of the Venom symbiote. So that I think might be a strike against. But he does have an Austrian accent, so imagine like Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of going like, pig, Spider Pig, I'm gonna destroy you. Ah! I'd love to have that in my mind as a visualization.
And then we have Pork Rind. From Earth 8311, this animated menace studied at Toon University, where he majored in pig bashing, and plans to hand Spider-Ham study in pain. Realistically, he's gonna win. Let's take a look at him. That's basically roided up pig in Venom suit. People like Piggy in the game, and I'm sure that people will immediately like. Here's the thing: like, it's quite obvious. Pork Rind's winning, right? People like Venom. People like Spider-Ham. And I think that that's kind of like a winning combo. I think that the voting is kind of foregone. I will be voting for the Nebula, but I think Pork Rind's winning.